welcome to our fifth and final destination here in the Maldives. Welcome to the island of Gulhi. So me and Jess got up this morning to a wonderful breakfast served at the Pearl Shrine Retreat, Maldives. It's probably one of the best places we've stayed in the Maldives so far. The owners are fantastic, the breakfast is amazing, and when we arrived at like 8 o'clock in the morning, without warning, they gave us a juice, they gave us a free bottle of water, and then they immediately got the room ready for us so that we could go and settle and check in early, even though check-in wasn't until 2. The place is only £41 a night, including breakfast, and we can't recommend it enough. You should definitely stay here if you come to the island of Gulhi. Now, unfortunately, it's a bit cloudy today, but the sun is still shining in between the clouds. Our plans for today is to have a day at the beach. We're going to get some sunbathing done because it is our last destination here in the Maldives. We want to get as much sun in as possible. We're just going to chill here for the day, hopefully get in and do some snorkeling, have a bit of lunch, and then later we're going to go watch the sunset. Hopefully it's a good one, and get some dinner, and that's going to be our day here on Gulhi Island. So as I'm not getting in the water yet, I thought I'd just take a walk along the beach. And looks like a shipyard. There's some big boats on this island. They're all getting done up. And then round by the jetty, which I'll show you later, is a lot more boats. I think you can see them there. Huge! So Gulhi is our last destination here in the Maldives, and they're closest to the airport. So the way that we've done our route with the 5 islands is to make sure that we kind of went really far and then worked our way back towards the airport. So obviously the transfer time's got less and less. And now I think it's just about to start raining, which is a shame. So yeah, our day might take a turn on this island. That's what happens when you travel in rainy season, isn't it? But we have had some amazing days, amazing weather here. It's just starting to rain. Gulhi Island. It's literally right next to the airport. It's so easy to get to the island. It's only like an hour. Our day in Gulhi went like this. We got up, had a lovely breakfast, had a beach day, and then we came back to get ready, and the heavens opened, and we just went for dinner, and we had a wonderful curry. The curries, we both had chicken curry and a Sprite and Fanta, and that all came to 250 rupiah, and it just poured down. So we were over the other side of the island, we had to run back. And we've just come back to our accommodation, to this absolutely beautiful surprise on the bed. How cute is that? How sweet is that? I'm telling you, these guys here, they just, honestly, it's like their passion, and they just really look after you. So if you're ever in Gulhi, stay in the Pearl Shrine Retreat. Maldives because it is totally worth it. Just want to say a huge thanks for watching our Maldives series, and we hope you've enjoyed it. So now we're going to go through the route that we took, our budget, and also our best rated and worst rated island. So first of all, I'll go through the route that we did. So when planning, a lot of the reasons why I chose these islands and also the route in which we went around the Maldives is based on the public ferries, which I'll put a link below to show you the times and the days that they actually run, and we had to basically book around that. So what I wanted to do was go kind of like further away from the airport and then work our way back in. So the first island we went to, Trusty, is just north of Mali, and it took 2.5 hours to get to the island. We went from Mali airport, a 15-minute public ferry ride over to Mali city, and then from there we then took a public ferry to Trusty. I think it was like the third or fourth stop. It only cost like $2, which was absolutely brilliant, and yeah, it was a really nice boat ride. We could see all the islands on the way, so we really enjoyed it. So we went from here to then an island called Gulhi, which is just above Trusty. It's the next stop. Again, the cost of the ferry ticket was exactly the same, and it was only a short 40-minute ferry ride to that island. So from Gulhi, we obviously had that little hiccup about the public ferry not running, so we got a speedboat back to Mali city, and then Mali city we got the public ferry to Gulhi, which is on an atoll below the one that we were just in, and that was the furthest journey we did in the Maldives, and it was really choppy. Basically you're going between atolls and it's like deep blue sea and very choppy. A lot of people said that they have issues sometimes getting to that island, but we did it anyway. And then we spent 6 days on Gulhi Island, went from Gulhi and worked our way back up to Mafushi, which is closer to Mali airport, and then Mafushi to Gulhi, which was only like a 30-minute journey, and then Gulhi we actually had to get a public speedboat back to the airport because our flight got cancelled and we had to get there on time. It only took like 20 minutes, which was absolutely brilliant. So yeah, we went from the kind of middle where you land and then up, and then went all the way down and then kind of worked our way back up. But if we were going to do it again, I would completely cut out Gulhi and just do the bits just kind of just north and just south of Mali. So now we're going to talk about how we did Maldives on a budget. We spent 19 full days in the Maldives, and we're going to break down the cost for you now. So just to clarify, this is excluding any flights in and out of the Maldives, because obviously it'll be different for everyone. We spent £1,129.23 on accommodation.
We spent £112.33 on public speedboats.
We spent £25.92 on public ferries.
We spent £411.62 on food and drinks. So on average we spent $12 per meal, and that was for the 19 days, obviously excluding breakfast as that was included in all of our accommodation, so we just had to buy lunch and dinner. For the 6 days on Gulhi though, we had half board accommodation, so we were only buying lunch for 6 days. But it means spending that tiny bit more on accommodation, so it all weighs up. So in total we spent
£1,679.10 for 19 full days in the Maldives. Amazing!
Here's our ratings of the islands from worst to best. So number 5 is Gulhi Island. This island had one bikini beach, which was good, and we had free loungers included in our accommodation set up for us each day. And really, our only best bit of that island, which we loved the most, was all of the sea life, as by the jetty there was stingrays and nurse sharks to watch in the day and the night.
So the things we disliked about Gulhi Island was there was a lot of construction going on when we were there. The beaches weren't as beautiful as what we thought the other islands had. It took a very long time to get there on public ferry, and it was just too choppy for us. When we arrived, we had to pay a environmental tax. We're happy to do this, but it was just something extra that we had to do when we were getting on that island. And overall, the atmosphere wasn't as good as the other islands we've experienced. There was only a few food options on this island also, and even though that they were good, we didn't have the best food that we had on, say, other islands.
So number 4 was Mafushi Island. This island had great atmosphere, loads of water sports, one bikini beach, which was good. It had more food options, and it was just a more overall sociable island to spend time with other people.
So the things that we disliked about Mafushi Island was, yes, we really enjoyed the atmosphere, but sometimes it was a bit too much and the beaches were overcrowded. Also, the prison on the end of the island was a bit uneasy thinking about that. And overall, it just doesn't look like your picture perfect island in the Maldives.
Number 3 was Gulhi Island. This island was close to the airport, had one great bikini beach, and our accommodation and breakfast there was great.
So the things that we disliked about Gulhi Island was that it was very, very small. Yes, we didn't have good weather on that island, but that didn't really change it in our rankings. You have to pay for sun loungers on the beach, so luckily for us we got given towels and we just led on the beach, but you have to pay for sun loungers there, whereas on other islands we got given them free. And there wasn't that many restaurants to choose from, and also the prices were a bit higher than other islands that we experienced.
Number 2 was trusty. We had great accommodation, a beautiful bikini beach, loads of free sun loungers to pick from, great food places to pick from like cafes and restaurants, and a sandbar with a beautiful sunset.
So the things we disliked about trusty Island was not a lot really. It was very close to our number 1 ranking. The only thing is that they had less beaches, bikini beaches there, and the current got a bit choppy when you were swimming and snorkeling out in the little bay bit, but that's it.
And number 1, our favourite, Mafushi Island. This island had 3 bikini beaches and one was absolute paradise. Our accommodation here on this island was the best out of all 5 and was insane. There was a great variety of food here and great prices. We had free sun loungers on all beaches and another beautiful sunset spot on the sandbar. And our most favourite experience out of the whole trip was that we got to feed wild stingrays, which is a free activity that comes with this beautiful island. And all the community get involved and all the locals help you, and it was just really memorable.
And Mafushi Island, which is our number 1, there was absolutely nothing that we didn't dislike about this island. Maybe that it was a bit windy on the other bikini beach, but apart from that it was absolutely fantastic. And like Jess said, the atmosphere was just absolutely amazing. All the locals got you involved, and we had overall a really great experience.
We just wanted to say a massive thank you for watching our Maldives series.
We hope you've enjoyed it and taken some tips from it, and subscribe and like to the channel if you want to see more, and we'll see you in the next one.